Hey everybody, it's Sonjdradeluxe, and today I'm going to be doing a Beyonce lemonade inspired makeup tutorial. I'm pulling inspiration from her look in the yellow Roberto Cavalli dress, and she kind of has like a matte cool tone makeup look. So if you want to see how to get the look, stay tuned. So if you've been following me on Snapchat, you know that I have been dealing with a little bit of a sun rash and some allergies, so I'm gonna have some texture on my skin. Just bear with the rash. So to hydrate my skin, Ultra Facial Cream by Khiels. I just found the sample, so I'm gonna try it out. And hopefully it doesn't burn my skin. It burns, but not too bad. So this isn't like an irritating burn, it just kind of, I can feel it for sure. I'm gonna try a different foundation today, and it's actually one that I like on deeper skin tone clients, and I actually really like it on myself. So I'm gonna take my damp beauty blender sponge, not my fingers. I find that this is a foundation that I like to dab more than rub in because it is a little bit more slippy than what I'm used to. So this is the color 4 that I'm going in with first, and I'm going to start where I want the most product, which is towards the center of my face, and then work it outwards. The foundation is by AJ Crimson, but what I love about this is the coverage, and it feels very hydrating. It really covers up the rash on my face. I still have some texture, and I find that because this is so smooth and flawless, it kind of hides it. So I'm getting under my eyes. Cool, as you can see, very flawless, even coverage, which I am feeling. I'm going to go into the color 2 now, which I'm going to use as my concealer slash slight highlight. So I noticed in the video she kind of has like, she doesn't look like she's like totally contoured, but her face is very snatched, so I'm going to do a little bit of contouring with bronzer. So I'm going kind of in a half circle shape on top of my cheekbones, and I like to kind of keep the bottom part of the beauty blender for one color and the top part of the beauty blender for a lighter color, so I can go back and forth without it going muddy on me. Now you could probably like apply this with a brush first, but I just don't like to pull out every tool that I have to do my damn foundation, so I'm just going in with my beauty blender. A little bit more on the chin. You can see none of the discoloration that I had a second ago on my bare skin, which is the ultimate goal, let's be real. Yeah, my skin kind of sucks right now, and it's like peeling, so you might see some peely parts, but I'm just laying it down. I'm not giving up. So maybe I'll put a little more because, you know. So this foundation, it is gorgeous, but you do need an extra step. I find with my skin even being really dry, I do need to set it with a powder. So with that being said, I'm gonna bring out my hot makeup, which looks toe up. This blurs the skin, and I'm gonna kind of lightly go over top of any areas that'll make me look sweaty or oily. So like around the nostrils, you can do the tip of your nose. There's some places where I do want it to look dewy, so like kind of on the tops of the cheekbones, I'm going to kind of avoid that area, but I want to make sure that I'm setting under the eyes so I don't look like a little sweaty beast. And I'm just using very little and just kind of tapping it around, because if you go in and you start moving it, you'll take off the foundation underneath. And I'm not really a baker because it makes me look really old, so I usually don't set my prolong wear foundation, which is what I normally wear. But this foundation, I do find I do need to set it. But I mean, I look pretty smooth, and that's a struggle I've been having since I got this rash, which is from the sun. I'm going to contour my nose. I'm not going to make it as dramatic of a contour just because that's not really part of her look, but I like to contour my nose. So I'm just kind of tapping my Makeup Forever Profusion Bronze in the color 35, in the color 30M, and I like to start at the upper bridge of my nose and work it down. I like this because it reflects light the same way skin does, so you don't feel like it's too matte or too muddy, so when you move it will disappear, but when you're straight on it looks nice and snatched. So just pushing right up against the bridge of the nose, but I'm just gonna kind of go with my nose shape. Can't live without my bronzer, so I'm gonna take my dark deep mineralized skin finish, and I'm gonna kind of contour my cheekbones just a bit. I just feel too round without it. Pushing right into the hollows of my cheek and blending it out. I always think the first swipe is the most important because that's where it absorbs the oils. So once you've got kind of a light base of the color, you can move it around and it won't get blotchy on you. Around the big old forehead, if you have one like mine. We're gonna leave the skin. I'm not gonna use any highlighter. She doesn't look like she's got shimmer on her skin. She looks very matte. So now I'm gonna move on to eyes, and what I like about her look is that it's simple but it has impact and it has a mood. I'm only gonna use 2 eyeshadows and an eyeliner, so I'm gonna start by filling my waterline with this black eyeliner by LA Girl Cosmetics. It's not like a totally thin I hate making that face on camera. It's a smudgy line, so I'm gonna do that. I'm trying to cut out as much of me doing this as possible. I always end up poking my damn eye. Anyways, next I'm going to use my Girlactik Star Shadow in the color Skin, and I'm just going to focus on kind of deepening my lid, and I'm not going to wing it out or anything. I'm just kind of creating a rounded shape on my eye with this matte color. By the way, what do you guys think about her visual album? It's pretty crazy, and the memes are killing me. And then of course my good friend Rosh, Miss Rosh Posh on YouTube, is the biggest Beyonce fan that I know, so she's giving me the tea on everything. But I was liking her looks. They're so natural but powerful at the same time. So I'm just kind of smudging that same color Skin along my lower lash line in a rounded shape. So I'm dropping it a little bit right at the bottom of my eyelid, and it is okay if you get a little bit of the black liner into the shadow, because like I said, it's kind of more of a smoky kind of look. Noise. My sister's gonna make fun of me for saying that if she ever watches the video. She won't. So this is the color Sable, also by Girlactik, another matte shadow. It's kind of just like not quite a cool tone brown, but I guess that's just straight up brown. And I'm going to smudge along my lash line a little tighter than I did the color Skin. I'm going to connect it to the top on the outer half, and I'm not pulling it up too high because her eyes don't look too dark. It's just kind of like a subtle smoke along the lash line in my waterline somehow. I'm also going to take a bit of that brown and go inside my eye, and not so much like a halo looking type of eye, but just darkening right at the inner corner for a little bit of extra rounded shape. See, I don't have any rhyme or reason when I'm doing stuff. Like, I just started with the last part on this side, so be free with it. Any areas that might need an extra blend, you can just go over. I'm just gonna redarken my waterline. Sorry guys, that's such an ugly face. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna go in with my mascara, the Lights Camera Flashes by Tarte, which is my fave, baby. And same with the bottom. Ooh, child, that looks delicious. I'm actually really loving this foundation. I think it looks really flawless. I don't even have concealer on, so that's a big deal. And you saw what it looked like in the beginning with all that redness and rash under my eyes and stuff like that. So giving this big old thumbs up. Now I'm going to use my Midnight Symphony Esquito Lashes Canadian brand. What up? Today I'm going to keep it OG. What I used originally is the Weave Glue. I never really advertise this because it's not for your eyelashes, but it works really well. I think my favorite is still the House of Lashes White Glue. Personally, it lasts a long time, and this kind of gets stiff and it can lift, but it usually lasts all day, and I'm not allergic to it. So that's one thing I have a problem with a lot of lash glues, is that like Duo, that'll give me like a hive and welts on my eyelids, so I never ever use Duo. And even just as a formula, I don't really love it that much personally, but I've used it on clients who don't have any irritation and they like it. So, but if it gets wet, if you tear, it's a hot mess. These are more of a round shape, so I'm trying to figure out how I want to put these on. I don't remember which one's left or right, so I'm gonna go for it and hope for the best. I'm just going to place this one on right on top of my lashes, as close as I can. Beyonce doesn't look like she got lashes on, but she might have some individuals or just really awesome natural lashes. I remember back in even Destiny's Child days, I remember reading in a magazine she liked to put just Vaseline on her eyelashes to make them look natural and long. I don't really have lashes, so I'm wearing fake ones. I'm using some that aren't winged out because it doesn't really look like a winged out look she has on in the video. Typically with round eyelashes, I like to kind of stick them toward the outer edge of my eye, and they kind of look winged out that way, but for this I want to kind of keep that rounded shape, so placing them right in the center of my lid. Next I'm going to do my lips, and I'm going to take two of my NYX lip lingeries. They're kind of in a cooler tone. One's kind of like a, is this the one? One's kind of like a brown, and this one is called little teddy, and I'm going to line my lips. She doesn't really overdraw them, but my hand does that. Bear with me. I'm being silent because I just suck at lips. I'm doing my best. So I'm just kind of filling the outer edges. It doesn't really look like a dark color like this, but I'm using this kind of like a lip liner. I'm going to fill in the center with this light color. This is called Push Up, and I'm going to fill that right in the center. Rub the lips together to get like a soft ombre kind of lip. But I like the kind of cooler tone that she's got on in the video. So that completes the look. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to share, subscribe, and follow, and love yourself and stay pretty. And I will see you guys again in the next video. Comment below if you like this look and tell me what you think about the video, because everybody, I'm like looking at some pages with all the lemon emojis, and it's pretty intense. Beehive is out. Anyways, take care.